Our narrative commences with the conviction of Peter Navarro in the past year. Aged 74, Navarro was found guilty for defying a subpoena issued by a House committee. This committee was tasked with investigating the events of the 6th of January, 2021, a day that witnessed a riot at the Capitol. Monday saw the rejection of a Supreme Court justice's final appeal to avoid Navarro's imprisonment. This marked a significant point in history, as Navarro became the first official from the Trump era to be imprisoned for contempt of Congress. Before surrendering to the law, Navarro made a brief stop in the parking lot of a shopping center, addressing reporters before heading to the federal prison in Miami. Dressed in a bomber jacket reminiscent of his address at a conservative gathering, Navarro reiterated his defense and discussed his forthcoming book. He criticized federal judges for their alleged political bias and expressed support for his former boss, who is currently campaigning for the presidency. Despite the impending prison sentence, Navarro remained optimistic that the Supreme Court would eventually overturn his conviction. However, he voiced his disappointment at the prospect of having already served his time in prison. Navarro's role in the Trump administration extended beyond providing trade advice. He was instrumental in devising strategies aimed at challenging the outcome of the 2020 election and maintaining Trump's presidency. In a memoir published in 2021 titled In Trump Time, Navarro claims to have played a key role in this endeavor. After receiving a subpoena from the U.S. House of Representatives Select Committee in February 2022, Navarro chose not to provide the requested emails or documents. He claimed that former President Trump had directed him to invoke executive privilege, a legal concept allowing certain White House communications to remain confidential. However, the judge ruled against this request. Fast forward to late January, 3 years following the assault on Congress, Navarro was sentenced and fined $9,500. Navarro's legal team argued that he posed no risk to the public and should be allowed to remain free during his appeal. Yet earlier this week, the Supreme Court Chief Justice John Roberts Jr. declined to postpone the sentence. In a recent development, Steve Bannon, a former campaign strategist during the Trump era, was found guilty of 2 counts of contempt and sentenced to 4 months in jail for refusing the committee's summons. Unlike Navarro, Bannon has been granted the opportunity to remain free as his defense team pursues an appeal. To summarize, Navarro's conviction and subsequent imprisonment serve as a stark reminder of the clash between executive privilege and congressional oversight. It also underscores the potential repercussions of prioritizing loyalty over the rule of law. As we continue to witness the unfolding of these events, one thing remains clear: the power of the law in holding individuals accountable for their actions, regardless of their political affiliations.